Good morning, Catalina Foothills Church. Hope you guys are well. I'm Pastor Chad Turner, and this week we are going to be preaching on our third CFC core value, reflect. Okay, and that is that we want to be a church that reflects the love of Christ to everywhere in the city of Tucson locally, and hopefully finding a way to be a part of the mission and what God's doing at work globally. Okay, and we talk about a lot about this means we want to love Tucson, we want to love our communities. We want to be here. We want to be everywhere in the nook and crannies of the city. And we want to love our neighbors. We want to get into their lives. We want to go meet people. We want to push ourselves to get to know people that we wouldn't normally get to know, all for the sake of the gospel. And so this morning, I wanted to read a passage from Mark 8. I think about one of the things that probably just plagues most of us. And I call it the Ecclesiastes Effect, right? And it's everything is meaningless. Everything is meaningless. What's the point? Mark chapter 8, and this is verse 27 through 30. And Jesus and his disciples went on to the villages around Caesarea Philippi. On the way, he asked them, "Who do people say that I am?" And they replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others one of the prophets." "But what about you?" he asked. "Well, who do you say that I am?" And Peter said, "You're the Messiah." And Jesus warned them not to tell anyone about him yet. Now, I want you to see two things. There's two questions in this text. Who do people say that I am? Right? He looked at the guys and said, "All right, I've been around for a little while. And what are people saying? Who do people say that I am?" And they replied, "Well, some say you're John the Baptist," right? Not a bad answer. A little bit of truth, but not the answer that brings new life and salvation. Others say you're Elijah. Not a bad answer. There's some at least there's some biblical tracings in that answer, but still an incomplete answer. Not an answer that'll bring you to new life and salvation. Others say you're just one of the prophets, right? Another great answer, right? Giving him the respect, the dignity of a prophet of God in the Old Testament. Biblically, but again, another bad answer, another incomplete answer. Three answers that look biblical, but three answers that will leave somebody going, "I never knew you, Lord." Here's my point. It is just easy to convince ourselves in 2023 that everybody knows who Jesus is, and the issue is they've just rejected him. Everybody's heard the answers. Everybody knows about what he's done in atonement. Everybody knows that he's fully God and fully man. When Jesus says, "Well, who do people say that I am?" we think it's easy to lie to ourselves that the people in our cubicles, in our workplace, in our neighborhood, in our sports teams, in our rec teams that we coach or play in, that everybody knows. So what's the point of building a relationship? What's the point of getting to know them and talk with them? And what I'm going to say is, it's a lie, right? Every one of these people who said John the Baptist, Elijah, others, did not have enough friends, did not have enough people in their lives, loving them, serving them, caring for them, and pushing them with questions, asking them, helping fill in the truth, so that at least they actually knew the full, complete truth of when Jesus looks at them and says, "Who do you think I am?" They at least know. They can embrace or reject it. It reminds me, so whenever we interview, when we're looking for new positions, we usually do it through Indeed, which is wonderful and depressing at the same time. And we have this video that we use that once somebody says, "Hey, I'm interested," we shoot them a quick video from John that says, "Hi, we're CFC. We actually believe the Bible. We actually believe Jesus. We actually believe sinners." In other words, all that stuff, like, yeah, we're those people that believe all these things. And I'm not lying to you, it's hilarious. 90% of our candidates were like, "Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I think we'll go look for another job." It is amazing. Something as simple as, we really do believe the Bible's authoritative. We really believe Jesus is the only way to heaven, and we really believe we're sinners, makes 9 out of 10 candidates go, "We don't want to go work there." In other words, this is how different we are. This is how much people don't know the message. This is why my life and your life, being committed to reflect the love of Christ, to go build friendships, is so important. Because in verse 29, he goes, "But what about you?" he asked. "Well, who do you say I am?" And Peter answered, "You're the Messiah." You are the Lord. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, people don't know that answer. The people around you in your world, in your neighborhood, in your co-op, in your schools, in your workplace, they do not know the answer that transforms from death to life. And that's why they need you. They need you to be somebody who's pushing yourselves to build friendships with people you would never would, to spend time with them, to ask them questions, and to fill in the blanks so that they can know you are the Lord, you are the Messiah, and hopefully find new life. So think about this week. Look forward to seeing you on Sunday. God bless.